And I'm looking forward to this episode. I'm looking forward to connecting again. It's been a few days since I recorded an episode, so I wouldn't say I'm rusty, but I kind of thought to myself, let's get back in there. Let's start sharing more inspiration, motivation, positivity with everyone. And yeah, no delay. Okay, so wow, I hope you're having a good week, and I hope that everything is going well for you this week so far. I've had an eventful week, so this couldn't come any sooner for me to be recording with you guys, and I hope all is well at your end. Have you been able to put into practice some of the things that I've been sharing with you? Have you been able to work on some of the soulful stuff, some of the, you know, the positivity, some of the motivational stuff that has been coming throughout the series? I really, really hope that you have been able to work on a few of them. I know we're not perfect in any way, and it's going to take time, of course, but I really hope that you get it, and that slowly but surely there is change taking place for you in your world, in your sort of zone of everything that's going on for you right now, and also in anticipation of what's going to be unfolding for you in the future. Now, I do recall I've said that I must be reminded of a few things. I haven't forgotten them. I'm definitely going to be covering those things, and yeah, I'll probably try and do a little bit more of that in the next day or two, maybe over the weekend when I've got a little bit more time to focus on that. But for the meantime, let's get going on some exciting stuff. Yeah, as always, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and if you like what I've said so far, you can stick a thumbs up now or later, preferably now actually, just to show that you like the content. And as I said, I'm really looking forward to increasing my subscribers, because if I can do that, then by all means guess what, we can have a one-on-one session, or a live stream, let's say. That's one-on-one enough, isn't it? Yeah, we can have a live stream. That's what I'm really looking forward to doing. So yeah, keep sharing, keep liking, and definitely keep leaving those comments below, letting me know how you're going, letting me know how things are working for you. How are you expressing yourself now that you understand some of those soulful connections? We're going to delve into those deeper as we go along. And at the same time, what is the balance? What kind of balance do you feel now that you're understanding the role of, you know, what your mind is doing, what your soul is doing, what you're supposed to be doing? Now that you understand those roles and the unity and the partnership that you're going to get out of that, is that making you stronger in understanding how to tackle adversity, challenges, and all the things that are going to be coming up for you in your life? I certainly found it to be very, very, very powerful. And obviously within my teachings, I'm just scratching the surface with you guys right now, but there's so much more to come and so much more to share on that level. So we'll keep rolling, we'll keep going, we'll keep, you know, heading in the right direction. It can't all be achieved overnight. I can't say it all overnight, but what I'm doing is, by sharing some of my written works, I'm able to weave some of that information in, and we're getting there. We're understanding so much more. If you haven't watched any of the previous episodes, please go back. You know, literally, you know, the first two are kind of like introductions, but then as we get into the third, the fourth, the fifth, you know, things start growing, things start building. So definitely watch them all, because there's so many things I would have mentioned that will help you get from those episodes to this episodes, and you'll kind of be able to catch up with us. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're just joining now and you haven't watched any episodes, we're glad to have you here. It's always a pleasure to have viewers and listeners from, you know, whether it's the podcast or whether it's, you know, the video. I welcome everybody, you know, all hands on deck, all ears. I'm grateful. I appreciate you taking the time out. And as I said, if some of them are a bit long, you can just listen to one part and then listen to the other part a bit later. It's nice to keep it all in one go, but you know, I'm trying to find a solution here if you want little bits and chunks, because I find it hard to do things in little bits and chunks. Once I get going and, you know, the soulful energy starts pouring out, and, you know, the kind of the inspirational intuitive knowledge starts flowing, then I try to keep it at least between 20 to 30 minutes, but let's say they average about 30 minutes. But some of them I chop down a little bit, you know, I make a few errors here and there. So yeah, what have we got today? Well, this is an interesting passage. As always, I've spoken for too long and my iPad is hibernated. So there we go. Yes, willingly deserve. That's what it's called. Okay, so this is how the passage goes. Each day, I am not just able to walk with anticipation, but live in anticipation of all I so willingly deserve. Shall I read that again? Okay, I'll read that again, because the words are not coming up as I say them. So, you know, maybe you want me to say them again. Each day, I am not just able to walk with anticipation, but live in anticipation of all I so willingly deserve. So we've got a couple of things going on here. I think one of the most important things is, well, there's several key words that I would like to talk about with you on this particular passage. And obviously anticipation is a key one, okay? And what that's referring to is, it was a bit like expectation. You know, if you don't anticipate with things going on in your life, then you're not really, as I say in my book, The Law of Invitation, you're not really inviting things into your life because you're not even anticipating them to take place. Now, just like the other time when we were talking about expectations, you kind of have to have positive anticipation, you know, like just like in the last episode of expectation, with anticipation you kind of have to have a positive outlook about what you anticipate to come into your life. Now, I like this passage because it says, I am able to walk with anticipation. That means that you're kind of taking your anticipation wherever you go. Walking something means you're not just thinking it. You're not just dreaming it. Walking it means it's become a part of you in your walk, in your gait, in your expectation and anticipation. It's kind of more powerful than I wish or I dream. You are anticipating. You're anticipating what? You're anticipating good things to happen to you, good things to happen in your life, good things to come your way, good things to be evolving day after day after day. That's what you're anticipating. It's like, what are your expectations? They've got to be good expectations in just the same way as we anticipate good things. Now, What are we all guilty of? We're all guilty of sitting there thinking negative things about what we anticipate to happen. Oh, this is going to happen. That's going to happen. This is going to go wrong. That's going to go wrong. I'm worrying about this. I'm worrying about that. What if this happens? And what if that happens? That's kind of like the chorus in our head, in our mind, that's going on for most of us on a daily basis. And it's a chorus that you can either start singing that tune and anticipating the worst, or you can start singing a more positive tune, and instead of anticipating the worst, you start to anticipate the best. You start to anticipate the good things, the love, the blessings, the kindness, the joy, the happiness. You start anticipating those things to become a part of your life, rather than, losing someone you love, in the sense of, ending a relationship, or, losing out on an opportunity, losing out on a job promotion, losing out on, missing your train, missing your bus, missing your plane, losing out on any kind of future event that you preoccupy your mind with, and you start to preoccupy your thoughts with. So by all means, all those worries, all those fears start to manifest and begin to grow and come into your life. So, when you're anticipating things, try to anticipate them from a positive place. I know your mind will be saying, ooh, this, ooh, that, what about this, what about that? So it's easy to really fall into that trap and start anticipating the worst, but you mustn't. From today, take it from me, okay? You need to anticipate the best of what you want in your life, because the passage goes on to say, I'm not just able to walk with anticipation. And I said to you what walking with anticipation means. It means you embody it. I think that's probably the best way to put it. I like that, embody. I like the word embrace, don't you? But let's say embody. You embody anticipation. You go throughout your day, throughout your weeks, throughout your months, embodying what you want to anticipate, what you want to kind of manifest for you. And, if you anticipate the best happens. If you anticipate the worst is going to happen. Okay, so you've got to get that balance right. I'll remind you of how to keep that balance. But now if we move on to the next part of the passage, it says, I'm not just able to walk with anticipation, but live in anticipation. Now, that even doubles it, doesn't it? I said when you walk with anticipation, it's like you embody it. To live it is to encompass everything else. Your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, your wants, your desires. You are living in anticipation. And what are you living in anticipation for? And it says here, all I so willingly deserve. What do you feel you deserve? What do you willingly deserve? Not what you fear you deserve, not what you worry about what you deserve. What you willingly, what you will to yourself, what you will into your life, what you willingly deserve. And you can take that one step further. You can say what you willingly deserve to have, or what you willingly deserve that you want, what you willingly desire. So, it does say actually what you so willingly deserve, but that can also be what you desire. So whatever it is that you willingly want and deserve and you wish to have, anticipate it. Keep in your heart and your mind and in your soul that powerful anticipation. When you say this passage, it's not an affirmation, okay? This one isn't an affirmation. Some of them are, aren't they? But this one isn't. But it is in a way, because you're saying this to yourself each day. So it's probably something you can say daily, although it's not a formal. I told you I can't define these writings, but I can kind of reflect on them and, kind of chat with you about whether it's an affirmation or, a saying or a passage or inspirational passage. Let's say this is an inspirational passage, but it could be said as an affirmation. It's up to you. But it says each day. So it's kind of like something you can affirm on a daily to yourself or within yourself, and to trust that you can walk with anticipation. You're going to embody all you anticipate to come or have in your life. And then you're going to live in anticipation. So everything you do within your life, you're living the anticipation of it. You're living the best of whatever you want to anticipate to come into your life. Okay? You are living, meaning you are feeling it. You're expressing it deeply. This is not just, I had a little dream, I wish I could, anticipate this could happen or that could happen. You're living it. You embody it, you walk, you live it, you feel it, you have gripped onto the good of your anticipation. And this is across board, okay? It's across board for you. What is it that you anticipate? Now, we said all you willingly deserve, but it can be even more. Remember that other quote, so much more, in the previous quote we did. But this is, that you willingly deserve, that you want, you should have, you want in your life, that you should be getting it, you should be receiving it. You anticipate that power. And feel it within your heart and soul, guys, okay? Feel it within your heart and soul. If you don't feel it, don't worry, okay? If you do not feel it, or you can't get yourself to feel this anticipation, you may be steeped too deeply in a particular mindset, so you can't, as of yet, dig your way out of that mindset. But you know what? It doesn't matter. What matters is what you're hearing now and how that can help you turn your mindset around. Because, hey, this is deep stuff, and not a lot of people can say, yeah, I can dig deep and have a soulful connection, No. It's not easy. Fine. I'm teaching you on a daily, or to the best that I can, how to tap into that aspect of yourself. Remember, there was one we were doing in the previous episode, getting to know yourself, self-understanding. Remember I said how important that was? Do you remember? Now we're taking this back to the same kind of balance that you need to get within you, within your soul, within you, and within your mind. Remember that balance, remember that flow of energy, and remember that unity. And when you have those strengths within you, okay, if you can't anticipate what you want or desire, it doesn't matter. But when you start to focus on those strengths and that connection and that unity that I spoke about in the previous episodes, once you start to work on those and you build, like when you're working out your core, your strength, once you can build this foundation in terms of unity and partnership with your mind, your inner you or your higher self and your soul, once you get that partnership strengthened, then you'll find you'll automatically feel empowered enough to anticipate the best, not the worst. Because remember what I told you, the mind is very heavily steeped in the physical. Okay, so it's going to be influenced by all the negativity that's happening or going on around you. So if your mind starts telling you negative things, that is not that you're, unusual. It's because it draws from the physical everything that's going on. So it's kind of only natural that your mind may be attuned to picking up on negatives, and kind of in your mind's eye, you kind of hear those negatives overwhelmingly more than you can hear positives. Okay, but that's just the way it is. Most of us get affected by what our mind is telling us, and often it's negative things. It's not because the mind is a horrible thing. No, it's ready and able to swing into action whenever you need it to. But who's the boss? What did I say in the last episodes? The soul's the boss. You're the boss because of the fact that you're going to communicate with your soul. Remember, I told you the soul and the mind do not communicate directly. That's what my writings taught me. So you and, well, your inner you, okay, yourself, your higher self, you and your soul, you can engage in dialogue. We'll talk about that, okay? What I call soul communication. The dialogue between you and your soul, that is no problem. How can you begin a dialogue with your soul? You begin a dialogue by simply saying within yourself, within your heart and soul, you're ready for that dialogue. You're open to unlocking the soul's treasures, as it has so many. Once you are open to unlocking your soul's treasures and you're saying, I can communicate, hey, tell me what I need to know. I'm going to listen. I'm going to take it on board. And what you begin to receive intuitively, as I said, intuition in my book, I said intuition is the language of the soul. So intuition, those immediate thoughts that come from deep within your heart or your soul, those words, that guidance, okay, is what the soul is trying to share with you. Now, you may get the intuition and you may think, oh my gosh, I don't believe that. Or you may be gifted some insight into something and you might not believe it, but you have to trust it. You have to go with your intuition every time, because don't go with your intuition and then put your mindset on it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you intuitively receive information, but then you allow your mind to restructure or reprogram that information, because you're suddenly saying, oh, but maybe this or maybe that, maybe I heard what my intuition said, but I think I should do this because of this and because of that. No. What comes through to you intuitively, it may be, in my case, voice. It may be with you. Something you remember, something you think of. You may see something. Remember, we spoke about that previously. You may see something. You may be reading something and the words jump out at you. A book may fall open and the words that are there may be what you wanted to hear. It can be anything. Be ready for it. Do you remember I said always be open and ready to receive answers? Now, if you're looking for, what is it you so willingly deserve, you're not sure what you so willingly deserve, you can either figure that out or come from a soulful place and start to have a dialogue with the soul. Now, I said you're the boss, didn't I? Because once you get that intuitive guidance from your soul, have a guess what you're going to do. You're going to be the boss and you're going to tell the mind what you now want it to do for you. No more chitter-chatter negativity. I'm telling my mind what I want it to do for me. So if you were intuitively guided or intuitively felt you needed to act in a certain way or do a certain thing, maybe you never thought of it, or maybe when you hear it you think, oh my gosh, I don't think I can do that. No. Yeah. You have to, because it's your soul telling you what to do, that intuitive guidance. You got to go with that intuitive guidance. You got to trust in it. Okay? When you sort of taint the knowledge and information with a lot of mind-based stuff, like, oh, but this, that, oh, ooh, ah, you're spoiling it. You've ruined it. Too much debate. Because didn't they say this word, yeah? Hasn't it been said, like, too much analysis causes paralysis? In other words, you start putting your mindset on it and analysing this and that. And guess what? You ain't going to do it. You're not going to move forward. You're going to stay stuck. So don't analyse your intuition. You heard it. Act on it. You willingly wanted to receive it. You can act on it. If you don't know what you deserve, you're going to know what you willingly deserve. And in your heart of hearts, you probably know what you deserve, but your mind has just been telling you that you didn't really deserve that. Or your family, or your friends, or your partner told you, or your siblings told you, or your brother, or your mother, or your father, or your sister told you. Yeah? You know what you truly, willingly deserve. And that is what you deserve to have in your life. Do you know what I mean? That is what you need to focus on, and make sure that you work through anticipation to receive it as you so deserve. Okay? Right, I'm not going to keep you too long now, because I think you're getting it now, and I'm so proud of you. You know, if you feel there's a lot of negativity going on, I don't think I can suddenly jump over it and sort it out overnight. Don't worry. You know, we're all dealing with the negatives, all of us. I deal with the negatives. Everybody deals with the negatives. Those we have to deal with. But what did I say about dealing with things like this? I say that they help you evolve. Do you remember that one of the previous passages we talked about evolving and evolution? You know, remember your adversity, your trials, your tribulations, your triumphs, your trials, your adversity, your hindrances. You're evolving all the time. So accept that and give the whole journey or the whole life process less resistance, and embrace things as you go along. Now, before I go, walk with anticipation, live in anticipation, walk with anticipation, embody it, live it, feel it, deep, 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 express it, deep, deep, deep within you. Get the dynamics right between what your mind is going to do for you and what you don't want it to do for you. Make sure you're the boss, okay? And keep that unity and balance going on so that you can progress to the next level, okay? So I will definitely be bringing back another episode to take us even further than we are now. Hope you enjoyed that passage. Don't forget to leave your comments below. I'm going to leave as many details as I can in the description, and I'm also going to remind you, and don't forget, that if you need any little pick-me-up inspirational bits in the middle, you can join my daily email inspiration. I'll send you an inspiration every single day with an insight that you can just read, you know, off your phone. I definitely would love you to get that if you want. I cover passages like this, and I give a little reflection and insight, and you're getting better now at understanding my work. So when you receive them and you get my little insight, you'll probably have your own alternatives. Remember I said I want you to read my work in a way that suits you and that you get the benefit from it, you know, and that's what it was meant to be. gifted to those who want to read it and to assimilate it in their own way. And that's what I'm kind of gifting you, the little bits and bobs to do that. Also, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram with lots of little inspirational passages or pick-me-up stuff to keep you motivated and inspired on a daily basis. If you love what I do and you like my work, please feel free to become a patron. Wow! If you want to support me, I will be absolutely honoured and overjoyed to receive your support. Check out my Patreon page. That's also in the description. And yeah, the more the merrier. You know, if you want to message me or whatever on Twitter or whatever, I'll definitely get back to you. But I'm so proud of you for being here with me. And yeah, I'm overjoyed to be sharing all this material and this work with you. It's absolutely, I don't know, mind-blowing. I got started and I can't stop now. So if you also want to share this content with someone you know who maybe wouldn't have found it on their own and you want to share it with them, don't forget to keep sharing, stick a thumbs up, put your bell notifications on, don't forget that. That will notify you when a new episode comes out so you don't lose out. So it's all love. Thanks so much for being here. Look out for the next episode coming soon. I'm going to say love you and love and light. Take care. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you soon. Bye.